Hi, I'm Josiah. You might know me from my Disney animation reviews. A few days ago, I started a new series, Pixar movie reviews, with the world's first computer animated feature film, Toy Story. Toy Story was the #1 box office hit of 1995 and won director John Lasseter a Special Achievement Academy Award for creating the world's first ever computer animated feature. Today, we continue my Pixar movie review series with Pixar's second feature film, A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life was the first movie I saw in theaters as a little boy. It came out for Thanksgiving 1998, just 3 years after Toy Story. A Bug's Life was also a box office success. In fact, it was the highest grossing animated feature film of 1998, and it also was the first computer animated movie produced in widescreen format. So here's my thoughts on A Bug's Life. The star of the film is Flick, an odd inventor ant voiced by Dave Foley. Flick lives in an ant colony where the ants look after each other and gather food for themselves and a gang of greedy grasshoppers led by Hopper, voiced by Kevin Spacey. Flick invents things and tries to use them to help his colony, but unfortunately his inventions cause more harm than help. Flick decides to go to the city to bring back warrior bugs to help fight off the grasshoppers so the ants can be free of them. He accidentally brings home a bunch of ragtag circus bugs instead. But if they all work together, maybe Flick and the circus bugs can save the colony and finally drive off the grasshoppers. So what are my likes and dislikes on A Bug's Life? Starting with likes, I love the cast. Bug's Life had, according to director John Lasseter, too many characters, but I think they're all pretty good in their own way. Along with Flick and Hopper, our hero and our villain, you've got the rest of the ants, namely Princess Ada, who is Flick's love interest, and her little sister, Princess Dot, who Flick acts as a father/big brother figure to, helping Dot when she wants to fly and her family and friends tell her she's too small to learn how to fly just yet. You also have Hopper's bungling brother Molt, voiced by the wonderfully funny Richard Kind, who would go on to be in other Pixar films, namely Inside Out, as the voice of Bane Bun. And then you have the circus bugs. There are like 10 circus bugs in there, all with their own unique personalities. Some of my favorites are Francis the Ladybug, who's actually a guy, and Heinrich the Caterpillar, who wants to be a beautiful butterfly. Along with the great characters, you also have a great voice cast. Dave Foley, Kevin Spacey, Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Princess Ada, Richard Kind as Molt, David Hyde Pierce as Slim the Walking Stick, Dennis Leary as Francis the Ladybug, future Pixar stars Bonnie Hunt and Brad Garrett as Rosie the Spider and Dim the Rhino Beetle, Pixar's good luck charm John Ratzenberger as the Rainmaster, P.T. Flea, and at Pixar, they even had people from the studio do voices. The late story supervisor, Joe Ranft, was the voice of Heinrich the Caterpillar. Because his scratch voice for the character was so good, they cast him in the part. I also like how the animation is improved. They do the movie in widescreen format. They figure out how to make plants move. There are a lot of locations. Ant Island, the Grasshopper's hideout, the city where Flick meets the circus bugs. And effects got really better too, particularly in the climax with fire and rain. Those technical people and the crowd people that were doing the crowd shots with all the ants, they pulled through to make those crowd shots amazing. As for stuff I don't like about A Bug's Life, while the characters and the sets and the effects are amazing, really my only downside with A Bug's Life is... well, to be honest, it would have to be the story. It's basically the typical underdog story we've gotten numerous times over the years in animation, where the oddball protagonist doesn't fit in, but he pulls through, and in the end, against all odds, manages to become the hero, and usually he gets a love interest along the way. And that's what we get with A Bug's Life, is basically the underdog story we've gotten a lot of times in animation, but in this case, it's with insects. That's about all. Otherwise, the story is really good. It's not as good as Toy Story, but it's still enjoyable. Bug's Life is often viewed as the family black sheep of the early Pixar films. It's the one Pixar movie that almost nobody talks about when they talk about the Pixar movies. But it does have merits with cast and animation and whatnot, so I think it deserves a look. I will agree that A Bug's Life isn't my favorite Pixar movie, and in terms of ranking, of all the Pixar movies, I have it pretty low. I currently have it on my Pixar movies ranking list at number 15, which is 7th from the bottom. So it's pretty low, but it's not bottom last. There are other Pixar movies that I like less than A Bug's Life, but I still think A Bug's Life is worth checking out every now and then. So let me know what you think of A Bug's Life. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Where are you at on it? And that's it for this episode of Pixar Movie Reviews. I'm Josiah. Thanks for watching.